Hi everyone, this is Carmen, Skywatch Girl, and I am going to show you, here's my sky right now. I took some pictures this morning and posted them. They have been at us aggressively. There were lines in the horizon since like 6 o'clock when I went out the door. So yay us, nobody is immune. So today is setting up the frequency generator on my cloudbuster with short pipes. Yay us. Okay, so just a short little preview. Here's what I'm using. So last year I had an extension cord, but I was really close to the garage, so I didn't have to worry about it really. But because we live on property, I don't want the tractor to mess with break up my any parts, you know, like run over, hurt it with some blade or whatever. So I'm gonna attempt these because we've had these and we just keep them charged up in case of emergency. But you know what? This is good. So let's set up the frequency generator. So the first thing I did was plug it in to make sure I had power. And then what I'm gonna do, and I'm not sure how much you can see or how loud it's gonna get. I am not good at this. Like, you guys are watching stuff that is kind of out of my comfort zone. So I'm putting them in on two different pipes. I'm just gonna clip this little guys on just two different pipes. And then I'm going to turn on my frequency generator. Just hit the power button. Let's see, can you see the whole thing? And yay, it works. So now the little blinky cursor thingy, that means that it's on, but it's not running. And my favorite frequency last year seemed for this cloudbuster with long pipes. This is my first time trying it with short pipes, so we'll see. This cloudbuster was made probably in 2017. And so it didn't have, this was made by Carol Croft, and it didn't have most likely shungite. Maybe it did, I'm not sure what she put in there. I know she put a lot of crystals and gems, along with a shit ton of metal shavings, of course, but I am not really sure. I know for sure it didn't have iron oxide. So it's kind of like an old school one. I mean, of course, you know, she made it. But anyway, so here we go. So I'm going to move the cursor. So here's the cursor is going to get to move. I'm going to put it on the 4096 sign, so that way it can charge up the crystals for like 30 minutes. And then I'm going to change it maybe back to 528,000, maybe 432. We'll see. Okay, I'll take a picture after and post it. So here I'm going to need 4096. So that's going to be a 9. So I'm going to go up. I don't know if you guys can see. I hope so. I don't know what I'm doing half the time when it comes to tech. So then I'm going to move the cursor. So that needs to be a 04096. This needs to be a 4. And move the cursor. This needs to be a 0. Oops. I don't know what did I mention I don't know what I'm doing? There's a 0. And then a 0 here. So 40. I'm not finished. I need a 6 over here. And then before I run this, I'm going to check. So now I have 4096 sign. If you move the mode, you're going to get square. We use square when there's harp, when we see it above our house, but we don't keep it on forever. And because that can mess with other people's weather. So we have to be really careful what we're doing with these things, because now we have more power. So the other stuff, as I said, I don't know. So I don't really mess with them. And so I'm going to go on the sign. So the next thing before I do anything like turn it to run is I'm going to check this one, the DC offset. The red buttons need to be out. So like up. So see, that's in, so out. That's in, out. This, I usually keep it at the 0, but I heard Napoleon said that he keeps it all the way. So I'm going to try it all the way this time. And then this also goes like this way. he said to keep it all the way. So I'm doing that. And that's what we learned last year. This one, last year left it at 0. But let's try it on this way, see if it makes a difference. Otherwise, I might just put it back to 0. Okay. So now it's doing, this is the charging frequency. 4096 is going to charge up the crystals. I'm going to hit run. And I don't know if you guys can hear it. This is the only one for sure that I can hear the buzzing. So yay, it's working. So you got a really quick how I start off every day. I start charging my crystals, and then 30 minutes, we see what we see. Okay, bye for now. See you guys later.